So simply put, we are looking for companies that can do something that others can't, and ideally over the long run. So the advantage, whatever it is, should be durable. And then very quickly you end up looking for specific barriers to entry, and this is I would call it the Greenwaldian theory that was brought up very nicely by Professor Bruce Greenblatt at Columbia Business School. And so what he does is he looks at companies and really looks first of all at competitive advantages on the demand side. So what causes consumers to pay more for a good that others could theoretically produce in a similar way? The best example, of course, is Coke, that Warren Buffett always comes up, but there are many, many other examples. And there are basically only three barriers to entry on that side. And those are switching costs, very interesting to look at. So companies like Novo Nordisk are having really high switching costs. So Novo Nordisk produces insulin, and as a diabetic, you need to do a lot of training together with your doctor to get comfortable with the amount of units you need of the insulin. So if somebody else would come up with a cheaper, similar insulin, you wouldn't switch that easily because it incurs, again, a lot of training and also risk involved. So the switching costs are very, very high. The other part is consumer habits, like drinking Diet Coke every day. That's a typical habit, and you could have a third one, which is surge costs. And surge costs is something that, for example, McDonald's has. So if you travel and you go somewhere else and you're hungry, and you see the big M sign, you know what you get. Whether it's good or not, I'll leave that aside, but at least you know what you get. And that's very valuable, yeah. And those are the three on the demand side. And then you've got others on the supply side, which basically means companies are able to produce something at cheaper costs than others can. And there are several ways you could look at. Some are technological examples, ideally protected by patents. Then you have the economies of scale, so you can spread fixed costs. Then you have economies or network economies, where you become more attractive the more people use your product, and some others. So there are really some ways, or some qualitative and quantitative ways to search for those companies.